Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and in this video I wanted to share a beautiful suite that will be available beginning November 1st, 2019 from Stampin' Up! And it's only while supplies last. It's the beautiful Christmas Time is Here suite, and here I have the flyer with the products that will be available. There is a huge suite bundle where you can get one of everything, including the stamp set, the dies, glitter enamel dots, ribbon, a beautiful bracelet with a Stampin' Up! Charm and a rose charm, and this designer paper that is gorgeous. There is 4 sheets of each print, and you will just love it. Now you have the suite bundle, which is available using one item number, or if you decide you just want the stamp set and the dies, you can purchase that at 10% off. This is the listing of the individual items within the suite that you can buy separately, but I'm telling you, I am excited about this. It's very different. It is a Christmas suite, but can be used for any occasion this time of year, and I think you will love it. So be ready on November 1st to place your order. So I wanted to just give you a sneak peek of it. So I have a card here that we're going to make using some items from the suite. And let's go ahead and look at the paper that we'll need. I have a Whisper White card base cut at 5.5 by 8.5. Another piece of Whisper White cut at 2 5/8 by 4. Another one about 4 by 5. I'm going to use this to stamp, and it will be die cut. And then a piece of the designer paper. This one is 2 7/8 by 4 1/4, and this one is 4 by 5 1/4. That's a Mossy Meadow print, and this is a beautiful cherry cobbler and gold foil diamond print. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and fold my Whisper White card base in half and give it a good crease with a bone folder, and that's ready. And then I can go ahead and put this print, which is the Mossy Meadow print. It has a beautiful rose pattern on the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on with some liquid glue. Get the corners here. All right, I can center that on front. Okay, and so then I have this small piece of Whisper White that is going to be like the background for our main image, but I want to stamp the sentiment up here in the corner. It says, "Wishing you the gifts of the season, peace and joy." And I'm using Poppy Parade, which is one of the one of the colors that are included in this suite. We have Poppy Parade, Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, and Early Espresso. Okay, I think I am going to get a foam pad since I'm stamping with photopolymer. Now, the really cool thing about this stamp set, it's called I believe it's a double configuration stamp set is what Stampin' Up! Is calling it, and that's because one of the stamps, which is the big rose pattern, is a cling red rubber, and then the rest are photopolymer. So it's 2 different configurations for one stamp set. It's great. Okay, so now I can go ahead and put this atop of this one, and that will be ready for us to finish it up. And I'll add a little bit of an embellishment here in a minute. Okay, let's set that aside, and let's go ahead and do some stamping with the big main image. Now I've put mine on the Stamparatus in case I have to re-stamp. It's going to be in the exact same place. I've got this piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to place it where I'm going to stamp this just in the center. It will be die cut eventually, so I don't have to center it. I just want to get it on the Whisper White cardstock. Okay, so now I'm going to take some Early Espresso ink and then just ink this up. Let's see, I have a little bit of ink around the edge here, so I'm going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to stamp. Okay, let's pick it up. Okay, my pine cone needs a little more ink there. So I'm going to ink that up again and then restamp it. And it'll be right in the correct placement there. There we go. Okay, so now I can put the Stamparatus aside. Let me clean this a bit before I put it away. Rub in, I'm just using our ink cleaning pad. And I'll clean that and put it out of the way. All right. So now, let's see, let me get, and I see I have a little smudge there, but it's going to be okay because I'm going to die cut it. All right, so now we're going to do two-step stamping, okay? And that's with the other images from the photopolymer part of the set. So I'm going to do the rose first. I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper so I can stamp off because I don't want it too dark. And so, let's see here. Try to leave my ink pads open and not have a disaster. Okay, here's Cherry Cobbler, and here are the rose images here. So I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp off. Okay, and then I'm going to come and stamp over top. Let's see. You just turn it until you get it right. That's the beauty of photopolymer. And then stamp. Okay, that's a little light, so I'm going to go over it again. I'm going to stamp off again, and then I'm going to try it again. I'd rather start out too light than get it too dark. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like that. Okay, so now let's go on with some of our leaves and branches. So there's this grouping of 3 leaves, which is down here. And we're going to use Mossy Meadow. I can put away my Cherry Cobbler. Get out Mossy Meadow. I'm going to ink this up. And again, I'm going to stamp off. And I'm going to go over top, lining up those leaves and some of the pine needles and stamp. Oh, I like the subtle look of that. I think I'm going to leave that just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put this aside and we're going to find some more. Here are some of the pine needles here that are to be done. And let me see, I'm going to find this. It's right here, just like this. So I'm going to ink that up. Mossy Meadow, stamp off, and then stamp over top. Love it. Okay, now I can get, there's one more set of pine needles here, or maybe 2. Let's see. Let me do this. I'm going to take the sentiment off here. Ink this up. Stamp off. Stamp over top. And there we go. I think I want to do that again. Didn't get it as dark over here on this side as I wanted. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have our Mossy Meadow done. Now we have our berries that we're going to do in Poppy Parade. So, I just love this two-step stamping. It's so much fun. Okay, so I have this group of 3 sprigs of berries, and those are going to go right there, okay? And I'm trying to decide if I want to stamp off or do this full strength. Let me see what it looks like full strength. That's a little dark. I think I'm going to stamp off and then go, and then if I have to, I'll go back over it. Yeah, I'm going to go back over it, I think. I missed some of the berries. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. And I went off a little bit there, but that's okay. All right, so now I've got another set of 2 berries, sprigs, and those are going to go right here. Let's see, I just had it right here. Okay, and then couple of more. I have a long sprig here. Stamp off. And let's see, is that this one? Right here. I'm trying not to get my head in the camera, and consequently I'm missing my berries there. Okay, and then there's one more little bunch here. Okay, now all we have left are our little pine cones, and there are 3 of those. I'm going to stamp off. And one more right here. Okay, so there's our image. Beautiful rose with pines and pine cones. And then what I like to do here is take my clear Wink of Stella and just give it a brush over. It kind of makes the cherry cobbler pop a little bit and gives it a little bit of sparkle, which we love, right? Okay, and then I would take my die, line it up, and run it through the Big Shot. And I've already done that. And here it is. Okay, ready for our card. So let me move this out of the way. Get the ink out of the way. Okay. And now, here's our card base. And it's going to go more toward the top left. And I've got this like this, and I'm going to put that on with Stampin' Dimensional. So let's get this part on first. Use some snail adhesive, and then I'm going to pop up the rose image with Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, upper left, and then I'm going to be pretty generous with my dimensionals. Okay, take these little papers off, and then we'll be ready to mount that. And then I have one more little added touch that we're going to put in the upper right corner, just to add a little bit of the gold embellishments that come along with this. Okay, isn't that pretty? Oh, all right. And so let me find my envelope I should have. I have a 2-inch piece of this gold shimmer ribbon, and I'm going to take my glue dots and my take your pick tool. I'm going to pick up a glue dot, and I'm folding this in half, and I'm going to put a glue dot in between to hold that fold together, okay? Then I'm going to take my scissors and angle both of those. Then I'm going to attach it to our card front here with another glue dot on the back, just like this. Did I not get the glue dot on the back? I guess I didn't. No, it's stuck to my take your pick. All right. And then we're going to get one of these beautiful gold glitter enamel dots. And let's see, I think I use this size right here. Put it right there. And there's a beautiful card with the Christmas time is here sweet. On the inside of this one, I just stamped Merry Christmas and put a strip of designer paper from that coordinates with what's on the front here. And you have a beautiful holiday card ready to send to someone. Now see how this one's darker? I stamped it, didn't stamp off, and made it darker so you can see the difference, how you can get varying shades. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. This suite and bundle will be available beginning November 1st, 2019 from Stampin' Up! For a limited time while supplies last. So if you love it and you know you want to make some beautiful projects with it, be sure you get it soon. And let me know if you have questions or if I can help you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.